The size of your dehumidifier, the size of your HVAC unit, your cooling unit, really depends on a few things. It depends on how many lights and what type of lights you're using. It depends on how much you're irrigating your plant. It depends on the structure itself. So, a lot of people are growing in warehouses that are uninsulated, and when you grow in an uninsulated building, you can gain a lot of heat from the outside, or you can lose heat to the outside. It also depends on, obviously, then the climate. If you're in a hot climate and you have an uninsulated building, then your heat load into the building is going to be much higher, and we would need to design a larger cooling system. Now, if you're using high pressure sodium lamps, again, more heat, bigger system. If you're using LEDs, less heat, smaller system. And it really takes an engineer to understand the balance of the heat equation to figure out exactly what size unit you want. That goes also for dehumidification. Whether you're decoupling it or you're keeping them in the same unit, dehumidification is really dependent on two things. One, how much water is your plant transpiring? And we can get a pretty good guess based on how much you irrigate your plant every day or every hour. The other thing is again, the structure. So if you have an uninsulated structure and you don't put a vapor barrier on that structure, then moisture can move in and out of the building. Now, in some cases, it might actually be really helpful if you're in a dry climate to not put a vapor barrier on, because moisture is going to leak out of your building, so you might need less dehumidification. If you're in Seattle, or if you're in the Southeast and Florida, for instance, you definitely want to put a vapor barrier on the inside of your building. Otherwise, moisture will actually come into the building, and we need a larger dehumidification system. So again, the size of your HVAC or dehumidification system depends on three things, basically. How many plants and how much are you irrigating them, and how much are they transpiring? So what is the water load into the space? Two is the lights. What type of lights, how many lights, and how much heat are they putting into the system? And the third thing is the structure. Are you insulating your structure? Are you providing a vapor barrier on your structure? And when I know that, I'll know exactly how much heat is moving in and out, and how much moisture is moving in and out of your structure.